button of the Kappa 600 sawing unit, 2 miter compound columns. When the operator panel starts up, this is what you see as a first screen to start the machine. We have to start the safety by hitting this button, and then we have to take reference. So as you see now, the columns are sitting halfway the machine. This one is stationary, the other one moves. So now I push reference over here, and it starts by referencing the x-axis. And that's the middle one here, so now you see the x-axis moving. It's going up to the limit switch all the way up in the end, and then from there it knows how to count. The encoder is an absolute encoder system in the front of the machine, and so it reads off magnetically from that encoder. So now the x-axis is referenced, so the left miter. Right now the left miter starts referencing, so it's going to the limit switch and then starts looking on the encoder of the motor to find the 0 point. So now the left miter is finished, the left compound was also finished because it was sitting there, and then now the right compound is referencing. The right miter and now the right compound. When everything is finished, we come to this screen, so there's no alarms, no messages, and now we can do an easy double cut over here. So when I push this program, this button, we get into this view. First we have to enter the length of our profile, our finished part. So for example, I give 100 inch, because the length of the machine can go from 14.5 inch minimum length to 185 maximum, 185 inch. So I give a part of 100 in there, the height of the profile over here, for example 2 inches, the width of the profile 2 inches, then the left miter, this one over here. For example, to start with, I give all 90 degrees. So that means that they are all perpendicular. Compound as well, the left, the right, and then the number of pieces I want to cut. When I entered all these values, I just hit the start button over here, and then the column will position itself to make that cut. So alright, now it's ready. You see over here the current positioning is done. The left miter is 90 degrees, the left compound is 90 degrees, X is 100, and then 90 and 90. So now we can start both sawing units. From this right, and then I hit these 2 buttons over here to start both sawing units. So now the profile is being clamped. I hit it again, and then the hoods are closing and the saw blades come out. So this was just a straight piece of 100 inches. The next thing I'm going to show you is the capability of the machine. So the left miter can go from 22.5 degrees up to 135. And the compound can go from 45 degrees to 90. However, when we use the compound, we only can go from -22.5 degrees to up to 90. everything above 90 to 135, the compound has to be 90 degrees. But let us go 22 and a half on the left miter, 22 and a half the right miter, then the left compound I go 60 and the right compound I go 60. I hit start and now the machine is gonna prepare itself to make that cut. It's not visible, but this one turned as well. So now this one is at 60 degrees. This is 90, 60 degrees. So now I'm gonna start the saw blade. Now I'm going to show you, instead of 22 and a half, I'm going to show you 135. 135. When I hit OK and I hit start, it's going to tell me that that's not possible. I have to go to 90 degrees for the compound. When I go over the 90 degrees for the miter, I have to go 90 degrees for the compound. So here, at 90, click OK, start. When we go over 135, you can unscrew these bolts and put the cylinders more to the back. There's 2 extra holes over here. I can also adjust these so we can clamp the profile better. So this was the simple program to cut apart with the 2 sockets left and right. What we also can do, we can also do nesting. That's called a single cut. When we do a single cut, for example, we can give a length, a part length of 25, the height of the profile 2, left miter 90, 90. For example, 3 parts. And hit OK. Start. So this time we put a long stock length on the machine, and then it's gonna reclamp and move the profile this way. And depending on how sturdy the profile is, you can also bring this one up as a better support to this one over there as well. So now we only saw on the left side. I start to the left. Slam the profile, saw on the left. Now it lets go only on the left side, and it moves the profile closer. Clamps it again, and now it's on the second flip. Reaches the profile on the left, moves up 25 inches, clamps it again, and that's the first part. So actually now we typed in all these values, but you can also, all these values you can memorize them in programs. So what you can do is there is a possibility of CAD, so that you actually, with the thumb drive on the side over here, you bring in images, and these images can be an image of a certain profile, so you know how the profile looks like. Okay, and then we can put that in a profile. Now what's a profile? A profile is actually one of those images, but with a height and a width. So we type the height and the width in there already, and then we save that also as a profile setup. So you know how the profile is actually laying in the machine, and the height and the width. And then the next one is actually to make programs, and in these programs you can call that CAD or the profile, and then you can enter those miters, left, right, compound, left, right, and the length of your profile, and save it all in a program. So you just have to call the program, select it, and run it. So you don't have to type all these values in here all the time. That's about all I have to explain. There's also a jog mode, which basically allows you just to manually move the machine if you want to, like this. And now we have the left miter, for example, like this. And then we have the left compound, for example, like this over here. See the motor. Okay. So the speed right now is 40%, so you can increase the speed over here. So everything we ran at this time was in 40% of the speed. What else? Next, there's also a bunch of parameters in there, which usually is for technicians like me. So this is behind the password. Basically, for all axes, there's a bunch of parameters in there. For example, the x-axis, the limits, which is 360mm minimum, and 4760 millimeter maximum. So all these parameters are stored in here. We can take it back up and save them on the disk, and we can take reference again. So basically that's everything that explains the whole control. What else I can explain is this is a Siemens Simatic flat panel touch, so it's a touch panel. And then here we have the electrical cabinet. These are 5 Yaskawa drives, which control the X, the left miter, the left compound, the right miter, the right compound. Then we have the Siemens I/O module and the PLC, and then 2 soft starters of Siemens. So this is the whole cabinet. I'll be right back. I'll get heat. And here we have the air pressure coming in. This is the cutting oil for the saw blade. And then here we have a pneumatic island with a pressure gauge over here that adjusts the clamping pressure to clamp the profile. How much pressure you want to put on there. So the oil is over here for the saw blade, and then over here, both columns, you can adjust the feet of the saw, so how fast it's sawing. This is hydraulically controlled with a hydraulic piston to move the feet of the saw unit. That's about it. Here you have the support system that runs along with the mobile column to support the profile, and you have an extra one to clamp the profile over here that you can actually control with the valve whether you want to use it, yes or no. And that's it.